You've been taught that change happens when you decide to change, when you set the intention, when you commit to the new version of yourself. And on some level, that's true. But here's what no one tells you. Your conscious mind can make that decision in an instant. It can choose the future. It can see the vision. It can commit to the path. But your body is still living 3 years ago. It's still responding to the betrayal from last winter. It's still bracing for the rejection that happened when you were 12. And beneath that, your unconscious mind isn't living in any timeline at all. It's holding survival codes that were written before you had language. So while your conscious mind is trying to create a new reality, your subconscious is pumping your bloodstream with the chemistry of old wounds, and your unconscious is running programs designed to keep you exactly where you've always been. This is temporal incoherence, and it's the invisible reason your reality keeps reflecting the past, no matter how clearly you can see the future. Most people don't fail because they lack vision. They fail because they're sending the universe a fragmented signal. One part of you is screaming forward. Another part is gripping backward. And the quantum field? It doesn't respond to Hun Luan. It responds to coherence, to presence, to a signal so clear and whole that it can collapse into form. And here's the truth that changes everything. The moment all three minds arrive in the present, reality has no choice but to reorganize. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but nothing's shifting, this is why. And if that resonates, subscribe now, because this channel exists for those who are ready to synchronize their entire system with the reality they're calling in. Here's the reframe. You're not broken. Your manifestation practice isn't wrong. Your vision isn't unclear. The problem is that you're trying to build the future while your nervous system is still defending against the past. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to tune into a radio station. The frequency you want is 104.7. That's your desired reality. But your body is still broadcasting on 88.3. That's the emotional frequency of unresolved trauma, stress, and survival. And your unconscious, it's not even on the FM band. It's running on AM, playing loops that were recorded decades ago, maybe even generationally. The universe isn't ignoring you. It's receiving exactly what you're transmitting. And what you're transmitting is noise. 3 different frequencies, 3 different timelines, no coherence. So the field does what it always does. It reflects back the dominant signal. And the dominant signal isn't your conscious intention. It's your subconscious state. It's the emotional residue your body is marinating in every single day. This is why people can visualize for hours and see nothing change. This is why affirmations feel hollow. This is why you can know exactly what you want and still feel stuck. Because knowing isn't embodying. Intention isn't presence. And the quantum field doesn't collapse possibilities based on what you think. It collapses based on what you are, on the energetic signature you're holding in this moment. Right now, not in the future you're imagining, not in the past you're reacting to. Here, now, in the body. And here's the truth that most people miss. The moment you bring all 3 minds into the present, the signal clears. The frequency locks in. And reality begins to reorganize around the version of you that's finally, fully here. Let's break this down. You have 3 minds operating simultaneously: the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. Each one functions on a different temporal plane, and most people have never been taught how to bring them into alignment. Your conscious mind is the part of you that plans, imagines, and projects. It's oriented toward the future. It's the voice that says, "I want this. I'm going to become that. I'm ready for something new." This is where intention lives, where visualization happens, where you set goals and make decisions. Neuroscience tells us this is primarily frontal lobe activity, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for executive function, imagination, and abstract thought. It's powerful, but it's only about 5% of your mental processing. The other 95%? That's subconscious. And here's where it gets interesting. Your subconscious mind is oriented toward the past. It's a vast library of every experience you've ever had, every emotion you've ever felt, every pattern you've ever learned. It doesn't think, it reacts. And it reacts based on memory, based on association, based on what kept you safe before. Dr. Bruce Lipton's research in epigenetics shows that the subconscious mind is essentially a tape player. It runs the same programs over and over, unless they're consciously rewritten. So even when your conscious mind says, "I'm choosing abundance," your subconscious might be running a program that says, "Wanting things leads to disappointment." Even when you decide you're ready for love, your subconscious might be holding the belief that intimacy equals danger. And your body? Your body doesn't distinguish between a memory and a present moment experience. When you recall a stressful event, your body releases cortisol, your heart rate increases, your breathing shallows. As far as your body is concerned, that event is happening now. This is why unresolved emotions keep you biochemically anchored to the past. You might be sitting in a peaceful room, but your body is still living in the argument, still bracing for the loss, still preparing for the threat. Then there's the unconscious, the deepest layer. This is where survival instincts live, where generational patterns are stored, where archetypes and collective memory reside. Carl Jung called this the collective unconscious. It doesn't operate in linear time at all. It holds timeless truths, ancient patterns, codes written long before you were born. Many of us in this community have started to see how these layers interact, how the conscious mind can want one thing while the subconscious resists it, and the unconscious sustains an entirely different program. And this is the key. When these three minds are not synchronized, when they're each living in a different time, the signal you're sending into the quantum field is incoherent. It's like trying to broadcast a clear message on three different frequencies at once. The field receives static, and static doesn't collapse into form. It just remains potential, unrealized, waiting for coherence. So what do most people do? They try harder, they visualize more intensely, they repeat affirmations with more conviction, they create vision boards, write in manifestation journals, and listen to frequency music while imagining their dream life. And none of it works. Not because these practices are inherently flawed, but because they're trying to override the body without updating it. They're trying to convince the subconscious without clearing it. They're attempting to manifest from the future while still emotionally tethered to the past. Here's a common pattern. Someone has a breakthrough. They feel inspired. They have a moment of clarity where they can see exactly who they're becoming. They feel the shift. They're certain this time is different, and for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, they operate from that elevated state. But then something happens, a trigger, a setback, a familiar situation, and suddenly the body floods with old chemistry. The subconscious pulls up an old file. The unconscious reasserts its survival protocol. And just like that, they're back where they started. They feel defeated, like they failed, like maybe they're not capable of change after all. But here's the truth. They didn't fail. Their body just did what bodies do. It returned to homeostasis, to the familiar. Because the nervous system is wired to prioritize survival over growth. And to your nervous system, the known past feels safer than the unknown future, even when the past was painful. Even when the future is exactly what you consciously want. Another mistake, trying to manifest as an escape, using visualization to avoid feeling what's unresolved, jumping into future timelines because the present moment is uncomfortable. But here's the paradox. The quantum field doesn't respond to avoidance, it responds to presence, to embodiment, to someone who is fully here, fully now, fully available to receive what they're calling in. You can't manifest your way out of the past. You can only arrive so fully in the present that the past no longer has a grip on your biology. And that's a completely different process. So let me say this clearly. If you've been trying and it hasn't worked, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's not because you're not spiritual enough or committed enough or deserving enough. It's because no one taught you that transformation isn't just mental. It's biological. It's neurological. It's stored in the tissues of your body and the neural networks of your brain. You've been trying to change your reality with thought alone, but thought is only 5% of the equation. The other 95% is subconscious programming, emotional residue, and survival patterns that are running on autopilot beneath your awareness. And here's the relief. Once you understand this, you stop blaming yourself. You stop wondering why you can't just think your way into a new life. You realize that the work isn't about trying harder. It's about becoming present to what's actually running the show. It's about bringing your body into the now, updating the subconscious, rewriting the unconscious codes. And the moment you do that, everything changes. Because you're no longer sending a fragmented signal. You're no longer trying to create from 3 different timelines. You're here, fully. And that presence is the most powerful frequency you can broadcast. So if this is landing for you, if you're finally seeing why your reality has been stuck, take a moment and like this video. Not for me, but because this message needs to reach the people who are still blaming themselves for something that was never their fault. They just didn't have the framework, and now you do. The path forward isn't about more effort. It's about more coherence, more presence, more integration, and that starts now. So let me ask you this. Right now, in this moment, where is your body? Is it here, present, available? Or is it still holding tension from something that happened yesterday, last year, childhood? And where is your attention? Are you fully in this moment, or is part of you already thinking about what's next, planning, anticipating, bracing? And here's the deeper question. If you were to pause right now and feel into your body, what timeline is it living in? What story is it still telling? What emotion is it still processing? Just sit with that for a second. Don't rush past it, because those on this path, those who are ready to do the real work, know that awareness is the first step. You can't change what you can't see. You can't shift what you're not willing to feel. And the body holds the truth. It always has. It's been waiting for you to come back, to stop living in your head and drop into sensation, into presence, into the only moment where transformation is actually possible. And here's what I'll tell you. The moment you stop abandoning your body to live in your mind, everything starts to reorganize. The signal clears, the frequency stabilizes, and the quantum field finally has something coherent to work with. So what does this look like in practice? How do you actually bring all 3 minds into the present moment and create the temporal coherence that allows reality to shift? It starts with the body, because the body is the bridge. It's the anchor point. And if your body is still living in the past, nothing else matters. Step 1. Daily somatic awareness. This means checking in with your body multiple times throughout the day. Not thinking about your body. Feeling it. Where is tension being held? What emotions are present? What sensations are asking for your attention? The more you practice this, the more you start to notice when you're pulled out of the present moment. When your body is responding to a memory instead of to what's actually happening. Step 2. Conscious emotional completion. When an old emotion surfaces, don't suppress it. Don't distract yourself from it. Don't try to think your way past it. Feel it. Breathe into it. Let your body process what it's been holding. This is how you clear the subconscious backlog. This is how you stop living in emotional debt to your past. People in our community who are practicing this consistently are noticing something profound. The triggers lose their charge. The patterns stop repeating. The body starts to relax into the present instead of bracing for the past. Step 3. Embodied visualization. This is different from traditional manifestation practices. Instead of imagining yourself in a future scenario, you bring the feeling of that reality into your body now, not as a fantasy, as a frequency, as a state. You're not trying to get somewhere. You're becoming someone, right here, right now, in the body. And the quantum field responds to that. Step 4. Rewrite the unconscious through repetition and ritual. The unconscious learns through pattern and symbol. Create daily rituals that signal safety, presence, and the new identity you're stepping into. It could be a morning practice, a way you move through space, a phrase you repeat. The key is consistency, because the unconscious doesn't change through logic. It changes through embodied repetition. And here's what people are discovering. It's not about doing more. It's about being more present with what you're already doing. It's about infusing every moment with awareness, with intention, with coherence. Because when you bring all three minds into the present moment, when your conscious intention, your subconscious emotion, and your unconscious programming are all aligned in the now, you become a clear signal, a coherent frequency, and the quantum field has no choice but to respond. Reality begins to reorganize around the version of you that's finally fully here. And that's when everything shifts. Now, let's be honest, this isn't a one-time shift. You're not going to do this once and suddenly live in perfect presence forever. You're going to have days where you slip back, where an old pattern resurfaces, where your body goes into survival mode and you find yourself reacting from the past again. And that's not failure. That's being human. That's how the nervous system works. It defaults to the familiar, especially under stress. So the real skill isn't avoiding the slip. It's noticing it and coming back faster, with more compassion, with more awareness. Those of us walking this path, we understand that the work is not perfection. It's return. It's the willingness to notice when you've left the present moment and consciously choose to come back again and again and again. Every time you do that, you're rewiring the system. You're teaching the body that the present moment is safe, that it doesn't need to keep scanning for threats from the past, that it can finally relax. And here's what happens over time. The window between slipping and returning gets shorter. The intensity of the old patterns decreases. The body starts to trust you. The subconscious starts to update. The unconscious begins to release what it's been holding. And slowly, presence becomes your default state instead of something you have to force. This is the journey. And everyone in this community is on it. We're all learning to live in the now, to bring our bodies with us, to stop fragmenting across timelines and become whole right here. So here's what I want to invite you into. A symbolic action, a moment of choice. After you finish watching this, I want you to come down to the comments and share something. You get to choose what feels most true for you. You can share the identity you're stepping into from this moment forward, the version of you that's done living in the past. Or you can share the insight from this video that's going to shift how you move through your days. The one thing that clicked, the piece that changes everything. Or maybe you share the practice you're committing to, the one action you're going to integrate into your life starting now. Or if it feels right, share your story. How this content connects to your experience, what you've been going through, how this reframe helps you see it differently. Whatever you choose, let it be your anchor, your declaration, your way of bringing this from concept into embodiment. Because the moment you speak it, you start to become it. And remember that opening question about why reality keeps reflecting the past no matter how clearly you see the future. Here's the answer. Because you were trying to create from 3 different timelines, but now you know. Coherence happens in the present. And presence is where reality reorganizes. This is who you're becoming. Someone who doesn't just think about presence. Someone who embodies it. Someone who understands that transformation isn't a mental exercise. It's a biological recalibration, a neurological rewiring, a return to the body, to the now, to the only moment where the quantum field can meet you. And this isn't the end of the conversation. This is just the beginning. Because bringing your body into the present, synchronizing your 3 minds, learning to live in temporal coherence, this is a practice, a path, a way of being that unfolds over time. And if this resonates with you, if you feel like you belong in this space, if you're ready to go deeper into how your mind, your body, and the quantum field interact, then subscribe. Because this channel exists for those who are done with surface-level manifestation advice. For those who want to understand the mechanics, the neuroscience, the real energetic architecture of reality creation. Every video here is designed to take you deeper, to give you the tools, the framework, and the understanding to actually shift your reality from the inside out. So welcome, you're exactly where you need to be. And the next step starts now.